guys, welcome back. Today we're doing some work on the RS-100. As you can see, I kind of have it quickly cobbled together there, but I'll give you an update on some of the things I've been working at and some of the stuff I'm going to be putting on it today. So as you can see, it is kind of rolling together. Just put it together so that all the pieces were not sitting around and I'd be able to move it around the shop. I sent away and had some stuff re-zinced, which looks pretty dope. Don't mind that the clamp-ons are on the top, they'll be on the bottom. Just they were, just put them on there for the moment. Kind of mocked up the cylinder and where everything's going with the carburetor. I have a slight issue with the boot not having enough room, so I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of solution for that, because I had to actually machine up an adapter to get the bigger reed block off of a DT175 into this cylinder, and did quite a bit of porting with just a little bit with an end mill and then a bunch of manual porting. More zinced bolts. I had made some 3/4 of an inch spacers for the shocks just to rise it up slightly, so it sits a little higher. And again, more zinc, new brake pads in the rear, but you can't see that. So I got some new stuff here today, a box of stuff from Partzilla, new sprockets from PBI Industries. I made a new torque arm, a little adapter piece, part of the fixing bolts. I have to make another bolt. I'm gonna probably look at that today as well. This is a RD125 428 chain, which uses the same sprocket as the RS-100, and 15 tooth front sprocket. This is a 40 tooth, 38 tooth. And then just a whole bunch of new OEM parts for rebuilding the motor, some seals and stuff. And then over here on the couch, we have a newly upholstered seat. And also have this headlight mount that I made up. So we're going to be putting a bunch of this stuff on the bike just to kind of test fit things. So yeah, let's get right into it. So these bad boys are the rubber isolators for the gas tank that go here. And I've been waiting to make seat brackets. I needed the rubber isolator. I got this guy off eBay. They don't make them at Yamaha anymore. I found a new old stock one on eBay. And then I got these rubber isolators. So now I can put the tank on and put the seat and make mounts for it in the right position. So one thing I wanted to check once I got the tank on as well and in its right position was the steering stops. And you can see I'm hitting the tank with the fork leg and the steering stop still has room. So I'm gonna have to make some extensions on the steering stops just to make sure that I don't dent the tank. So another piece that I got, or made, was this torque arm to replace the steel one. Weighs a lot less. Also the stock one wouldn't work. I had to put this bend into it. Whether or not that's going to actually stay, it should, but if it doesn't I may have to move this mount out here. Not a super big deal. Also machined up this little spacer. And then I'm gonna have to make a shouldered bolt. So that's just a regular bolt I turned the head off of, and then turned it down so I can thread it down to like an M8, and then gonna put threads on there, and then that should work, because the OEM style one is an M10 shoulder down to an M8 thread, so be doing that as well. It's my temporary setup for now. So one other trick kind of setup that I've done recently for this as well, kind of wanted to show, was I swapped out from the original style ignition to a later model MX-100 CDI, and then using a old Honda Dio stator, rewound this so I can run it to a Dio style regulator rectifier for 12 volts as well. So that was just another kind of little thing that I was working on, and it works with the stock MX-100 flywheel. So next I want to throw on the newer sprocket.
Life is just always mysterious and surprising. You never know what's around the next corner. You never know what's around the next corner.
So there you go. Pull over those tabs, so the locking tabs, the bolts are backing out. Very nice fitting aluminum sprocket. Much lighter than the steel OEM one. Next up is mounting the seat. Seat is just like a repop one I got off of eBay. It's pretty good, with the exception of the fact that I'm going to have to take the cover off and straighten out the Yamaha, because it is so crooked. It is not even funny. It would drive me insane. But it was a complete seat with pan, like fully assembled. So I thought that was pretty alright. So what I'm hoping is that I can use these stock seat brackets and just flip them around and weld them to the frame. And if not, well, I might be able to cut them up. It looks like I possibly can. And you may be asking, Joel, why did you cut off the seat brackets? That's a really good question. I don't have an answer for that. So what I think I might do is, well, part of the reason why I cut it off was on this side there was a catch with a key to open the seat. I don't really care about that. Plus it was big and gaudy. I didn't really want that on there. So I think what I'm going to end up making is I'm going to put the seat brackets back on. And I'm just going to use a through bolt or a pin. I'll weld a new tab on each side that holds the seat down, and then like either a cotter pin or something of the sort that just easily can be pulled out and pull the seat up and get access to the battery. So the battery and the regulator and everything are going to be under here most likely. So kind of need to account to be able to get in there sometimes if I have to like charge the battery or check out wiring or fuses. So one other piece that I kind of fabricated up since the last time was this headlight bracket. Nothing too fancy. It's just kind of a quick and dirty piece I made out of a piece of extruded L aluminum. The whole thing is just cut it into pieces and milled it down. I also picked up a new to me petcock off of eBay. Quality wise, it doesn't actually look too bad. And the last piece of the puzzle is I made this taillight bracket just out of a piece of aluminum, a couple pieces of aluminum. Also has the mounts for the turn signals. But that just kind of gives you the idea. And then this was all the extras that I got. Got some head studs, cylinder bolts, bunch of seals, clutch pivot, transmission bearings, more seals, the thrust washers for the crank when I put the other rod on, another transmission bolt, a couple of O-rings, base gaskets, which I'm probably just going to use for a template, and then sprocket, but yeah, I can't really put that on at the moment. 100 update up to this point. Next video will hopefully be engine building stuff. I have a KTM 150 SX rod coming and a KX 100 standard size piston, and hopefully be able to mock up a crank and a cylinder and put that in there and see what that's gonna do for timings and if I have to raise or lower the cylinder or what's gonna happen there. But that's it for now. Take care.